Some of the heaviest fighting of Syria's war happened here. This neighborhood, Baba Amr, came to symbolize a brutal conflict. A ferocious government offensive after the opposition took up positions here was an assault on an entire community. Now, nearly 1 year on, life is slowly returning to Baba Amr. Rubbish collectors are on the job. A small sign to the government is back on the street that some families are starting to come home.
كيف وضعك؟ الحمد لله. أحسن؟ كيف وضعك ببابا عمر؟
How's life here, I ask. Couldn't be better, he replies, stealing an anxious look at the soldiers escorting us. A repair shop is back in business. It's not much of a bicycle, but Abdul Monem made it work. It's what life is like here.
Services are very good. Before, life was more difficult, but now things are getting better day by day.
It's still a fragile calm, but good enough for children to play hopscotch on the street. Even they don't take notice when guns go off in the distance. It's part of their life now. Scenes like this make you wonder, what's it like to grow up here? The opposition is still present, still fighting in other parts of Homs. Even in areas closer to the city centre, it's like a ghost town. The battle for Homs isn't over. No one's really winning, no one's really losing. When we came here last spring, this was no man's land. It still is. The government on this side, deep inside, this is the historic old city. It's been under siege for months. You can hear the crackle of gunfire right now. Opposition fighters lie down these lanes, but so do civilians, trapped in the middle. The old city has long been cherished by the people of Homs. Look at it now. We couldn't travel in. This video posted by activists on YouTube shows the toll a year-long siege has taken on Homs' heritage and the people who still live here in dire conditions. Aid agencies have been trying to get in for months. Just minutes away, it feels like a different city. Even hard to believe there's a war. Most of the people who live here back the government. It's predominantly Alawite, the same sect as President Assad. Al-Mashe Pizzeria seems to be doing fine. Fadi, the owner, tells me that in areas loyal to the government, life is good. But even here, he says, they feel the effects of the war.
Not
a month goes by without me having to close for 3 or 4 days, either because there's no gas, or people aren't going out, or because of the rockets.
And there's a place to complain. At the governor's office, local people air their grievances to the man in charge. We have several requests, this man tells the governor. The most important is bread, plus gas, fuel, water. That covers pretty well everything. The governor reassures them their needs will be met. Then it's my turn to ask questions. I put it to him that he's running a divided city.
Can you judge the situation in Homs by looking at a few kilometres, a couple of neighbourhoods? Homs is a big province, like the size of Holland. If you couldn't visit one street, does that mean all of Homs is troubled?
We tried to visit the mainly Sunni area of Deir Balba, but the government told us it was too dangerous, even though the army took it back last month. Much of Homs is under their control again, for now. But so much has been lost here. There's so little trust. There's a checkpoint now on almost every corner. This one is being manned by women. They call themselves the Lionesses, loyal to a president whose name means the lion. They're part of so-called popular committees set up by the government to reinforce security, putting a brave face on this war. But there's no hiding what's gone on in Homs, what's happened across Syria, and what more is still to come.